snow cover us on this Saturday morning. It's Christmas Eve morning. We hope you've all gotten your holiday shopping done and can enjoy a quiet morning inside before getting out and braving the cold. Meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center tracking those temperatures.
Yes, and I would say from yesterday when I came in, right before the flash freeze yesterday, it was about 40 degrees. I left the station last night and it did not feel like it felt like I was in the Antarctica easily.
It was a wild ride just watching those temperatures as they moved across the state as that freeze came through.
Every hour was dropping 10 degrees, and last night, in fact, Lawrence takes the crown. It felt like 25 degrees below zero in the southern valleys, and especially Otsego County, Springfield as well, negative 24 degrees. Sherburne and Otsego County with negative 23. Heading into Oneida County and Herkimer counties, we're still seeing wind chills last night, still in the negative double digits, so definitely a very chilly night across the area. Now, the good news, talking about snowfall, if you're not wanting snowfall, we are tracking dry weather across the area. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Not done with the snow just yet. We do have a winter storm watch for northern Herkimer County. This is not for today, but a lake effect snow band that's currently up towards Watertown will be shifting south by tomorrow afternoon for Christmas Day. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll have more updates on accumulations as we head into tonight as well as tomorrow. Wind chill advisories and warnings are still in effect until 1 p.m. today because it's still very chilly out there. Want to plan some extra time bundling up because it's going to be a cold one. Not warming up by much today. Christmas Eve is going to be a chilly one. Santa's bringing temperatures only reaching the mid-teens for today. And at Christmas Day tomorrow, warming up just a little bit, but warm weather is on the horizon. And look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. The wind chill and the ice, of course, that power outages were the big story last night. But looking at National Grid and NYSEG numbers today, the thousands that were without power last night in Oneida County have since seen their power restored. This morning, just 154 households without power. Herkimer County saw hundreds without power last night, and this morning, that's down to 111. In Otsego County, between National Grid and NYSEG, just one power outage this morning. Crews were out in full force, preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Different story out west. The governor deployed dozens of National Guard members to the Buffalo area to assist with the winter storm. Strong winds, very cold temperatures, as you can see here, moving through and making it very difficult by Friday afternoon to travel. Those bitter cold temperatures last into the holiday weekend, as you heard Eric say earlier. Western New York saw heavy snow and whiteout conditions along with strong wind gusts. And we saw those strong wind gusts here in Rome. Stuart Hutchinson posted this video. You see the wind rip the metal roof right off that home on 2nd Street, flapping on the edge, and then it peels back completely. At least one person is dead after dozens of vehicles were involved in a pile.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. We are tracking very chilly temperatures this morning. In fact, frigid temperatures across the area. And for tonight and for Christmas Day, still those cool temperatures will linger on. Well, after that, we're tracking warmer temperatures as we head into later on next week. Here's a live look outside. Our Caveat Tower camera overlooking Smith Hill, seeing some sunshine peeking through the clouds this morning, but for the most part, still tracking mostly dry weather. Here's a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Keeping an eye on this system out towards the west. This lake effect snow band producing some snow north of our area, but this could produce some slight accumulation out towards Boonville for today. But for the most part, we are still tracking dry weather for the most part. So if you're heading out the door this morning, gonna want to grab the ice scraper because it's a lot of ice on the cars this morning. Along with that, I want to double down on some coats as well because this morning it will feel like below zero temperatures outside. Snow boots as well as some extra time because some of the roads are still not entirely cleared just yet. For my morning commute as well, Route 12 was still generally clear, but some other areas still have yet to be completely cleared out of snow and ice. Local temperatures this morning still below zero in Big Moose, 8 in Westmoreland, 4 in Whitesboro, 3 in Dollarville, and 4 degrees in Little Falls. Southern Valley's chilly as well, -1 in Sherburne as well as Skanevis, 1 in Cooperstown, and 0 degrees in Unadilla. So it's been a very chilly and frigid night across the area last night. And the cool temperatures linger on today. Here's a look at our skycast for this afternoon. We're looking at temperatures barely reaching the double digits today, with mostly dry weather still due to lake effect as well as lifting due to the terrain. Could see some additional snowfall, especially out towards Boonville as well by this afternoon and evening. Not too much in terms of accumulation at this point, still on the lower end of snowfall totals right now. By 5 p.m. Tonight, still looking at very chilly temperatures, and we headed to Christmas Eve night into early Christmas morning. Still chilly temperatures into early tomorrow morning, and Christmas Day is starting out reaching the double digits barely, and then warming up into the upper teens to lower 20s. So a little bit warmer tomorrow, but still we're not looking at very warm temperatures, at least until next week. But we're keeping an eye on this lake effect snow band up here. This will start to shift down towards the south by tomorrow evening, and we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll produce some snowfall maps as we head into tomorrow evening as well as Monday as well. And keep an eye on our wind chill outlook for right now. Still, wind chills very frigid this morning and not warming up by much, with a lot of areas still seeing sub-zero wind chills throughout the day for today. So once again, high of 15 degrees, chilly and windy today, and then tonight Santa's arriving, and it's going to be a chilly one, temperatures in the single digits. Our 7-day forecast, looking at dry weather as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. A slow warm up, so these frigid temperatures don't last too long, reaching the 40s by Thursday and Friday. And our trivia question, in what decade did NORAD start tracking Santa on Christmas Eve?
I'll do you one better, 1955. So B.
B, and you got her in the money, 1955. Coming up in the next half hour, I'll actually see where Santa actually is, and I'll put it in our.
So you will be tracking Santa and not just the weather.
Yep, I'll be tracking Santa.
And we'll have the story of why NORAD started tracking Santa coming up later in the broadcast too. Thank you so much, Eric. All right, the storm grounded much of the nation's air travel, not Santa Claus. And thank you so much for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend today. I'm Katrina Smith. It is downright cold out there this morning. Let's get over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage to find out just how cold. Eric.
Really cold, that's all I can say. I think that at some point when you go to like -10 to -20 wind chill, I feel like those temperatures at that point, you can't really tell the difference. It's freezing.
It's just cold.
Yeah. At that point, I can't really find a difference between those two. But in fact, we are tracking Santa. We have actually updates on where he is right now. Heading to the Great Wall in China in about 6 seconds or so. He's actually delivered over 1 billion presents so far, and areas are still around nighttime and Christmas Eve right now. So Santa is still doing a lot of deliveries so far this morning. Now for our area, still today is going to be very chilly out there, frigid I should say, with temperatures barely reaching the double digits for today, but for the most part, dry weather, partly sunny skies, keeping an eye on some lake effect snow up towards Watertown. It could be shifting south towards this Tug Hill area, but for the most part, that will start to shift down by tomorrow, so mostly dry weather for today. But Santa's arriving tonight, and he's arriving with chilly temperatures once again, single-digit temperatures for tonight, and slightly warmer tomorrow with highs reaching the 20s, but warmer weather is on the way by next week. A look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Eric. And it seems that the worst of it is behind us. We're taking a look at the power outage numbers. They were in the thousands last night in Oneida County. This morning, they are down to just 154 in Herkimer County, 111. And last night, that was in the several hundreds. Otsego County just seeing one power outage at this point, and that's between National Grid and NYSEG. Crews were out there in full force. Well, a tree fell on a house in Oriskany. Take a look at this picture. It was sent to us on Utica Street. Looks like the trunk snapped several feet up and landed on the roof of this home. No reports of anyone getting hurt here. Stuart Hutchinson posted this video. This is wind ripping off a metal roof on a home on 2nd Street in Rome. You can see the flapping on the edge, and then it just peels completely off. So we're hoping everyone stayed safe and weathered the storm. Well, a heart attack can happen any.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. This Christmas Eve, the story are frigid temperatures across the area with below zero wind chills, not only for this morning, but for this afternoon, gradually warming up by tonight as well as tomorrow for Christmas Day. Here's a live look outside our Cavey Tower camera overlooking Smith Hill. Still seeing partly sunny skies for today, mostly dry weather across the area. And here's a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, still tracking some lake effect snow up towards Watertown. Outside of the central New York area for right now, still could see, due to lifting from terrain, possibly some snowfall out towards Boonville and the Tug Hill area, but for the most part, still tracking dry weather for today. Still frigid temperatures across the area. So we're heading out the door this morning. Plan some extra time because some roads are still not entirely treated as well. Snow boots as well as an extra coat, I should say, because still those wind chill temperatures are sub-zero at this point. And along with that too, grab the ice scraper because still seeing some ice on some windshields if you haven't driven yesterday. And Skywatchers checking in with single-digit temperatures this morning. 5 in Mohawk, 0 in Curtis Corners. 6 in Clinton, 5 in Westdale, and 4 in New Hartford. Southern Valley is a little bit chillier too. -3 in Hartwick and 1 degree checking in Evanston, and it certainly doesn't feel like that too with those wind chills. So our skycast for today this morning, not warming up by much, partly sunny skies to mostly cloudy skies. Could see some additional snowfall up in the North Country due to lifting, but still generally seeing very little accumulation, if that, but still mostly dry weather for today. By 5 p.m., still very frigid temperatures, breezy conditions, winds not letting up at least until tomorrow afternoon. By Christmas, early Christmas morning, we're still seeing lake effect snow outside of our area. That will gradually shift south by Christmas Day. Is still seeing temperatures around the area in the upper teens to lower 20s. But by noon to 5 p.m., you're seeing this band shift south from the wind. So inlet, even Boonville could see some of that snowfall, but still we'll have more updates later on tonight as well as tomorrow what to expect for snowfall. But still, right now the current track is just staying north of the Mohawk Valley and then moving up towards the north once again, barely even reaching the Mohawk Valley. But you're seeing right there on Monday, it shifts back north once again. So for those of you in the southern valleys, not seeing any sort of this lake effect snowfall, at least for the next several days. But the big story the next several days are going to be these frigid wind chills. -10 degrees right now, it feels like, in the Mohawk Valley, even near -20 degrees out towards southern valleys near Oneonta as well as Cooperstown. And by this evening and afternoon, not warming up by much. Still by tomorrow, Christmas morning, even still then, negative wind chills. Not as chilly as last night, but we're still gradually warming up by Monday. But for the most part, still frigid temperatures across the area for the next several days. So for today, high 15 degrees, chilly and windy. Tonight, cooling down into the single digits. Santa is bringing chilly temperatures yet again. Our 7-day forecast, the cool temperatures don't last too long, however. Warming up back into the 20s and 30s by Wednesday, even the 40s by Thursday and Friday, with a chance of seeing some additional rain showers that could wash away some of the snow. And our trivia question, what country is a poinsettia native to? United States, Mexico, Greece, or Spain?
Oh, I think we get them from like central, yeah, B, Mexico, it's gotta be.
2 for 2, it is Mexico.
Yeah.
And along with that too, we've got some beautiful poinsettias here in the studio as well.
Gorgeous. It's my favorite part of this season here.
It's awesome. When they came in, they brought them too. We have some in the back of the Weather Center as well, just beautiful. And also an update on the Santa Tracker too. He's currently in the Philippines right now, arriving in 26 seconds. And the total gifts delivered right now is 1.2 billion gifts. So Santa is pretty busy this morning.
And Eric's not the only one tracking Santa. You know who else is tracking Santa? The military. Take a look at this.
Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. This Christmas Eve, millions are dealing with frigid temperatures as a severe winter storm continues to unleash treacherous conditions. At least 16 people have died from storm-related incidents and more than 1 million were without power as of this morning. Meanwhile, thousands of flights have been canceled, and in many areas, officials are urging Americans to stay off the roads. Rick DeMiguela has the latest.
A dangerous and powerful winter storm is bringing snow, frigid temperatures, and bone-chilling air to millions of Americans this Christmas Eve. The winter storm is unleashing blizzard conditions in parts of the upper Midwest and Northeast, while areas in the South saw single-digit temps Saturday morning. So far, at least 16 people have died across 7 states, including New York.
It's a bone-chilling cold. It continues to be a problem. It compromises the safety of all individuals, particularly our vulnerable seniors. People are in their homes without heat in some places of our state. It's been a real challenge for us. So there is not one place in the state of New York where the temperature is above zero as far as the real chill, real field temperature.
As of Saturday morning, more than 1 million customers across the United States were without power, according to PowerOutage.us. Warming centers, along with the Salvation Army, are helping keep those in need of shelter off the streets.
We are maximizing our Red Shield. We had 371 people stay there last night, and we're encouraging everybody to stay in the building, even through today.
Also this Christmas Eve, thousands of Americans are stranded at airports hoping to make it to their holiday destinations. On Saturday, more than 2,200 flights were canceled nationwide and thousands delayed, according to FlightAware.
We had a flight that was supposed to leave out of here at 4 p.m., so we made sure we were here at 12, 4 hours early, and then it kept being delayed over and over again until 7:30, and then they told everybody to go home. It was canceled.
Right now, several cities are facing what's expected to be the coldest Christmas in decades. I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
Here locally, power has been restored in most areas. Looking at National Grid and NYSEG numbers, thousands were without power last night here in Oneida County. At this point, only one house does not have power. Herkimer County saw hundreds without power last night. As of right now, 2 houses with no power. In Otsego County, between NYSEG and National Grid, no power outages to report this evening. Statewide, 48,159 people were in the dark. More than 29,000 of those outages were in Erie County, just under 4,500 of those being reported in Niagara County. Crews were out in full force, preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Now let's take a look at your forecast tonight at 6. Eric, the worst out in Buffalo, at least, is still happening right now. You were just showing me the radar, and it's just a constant line of snow over there.
Yeah, pretty intense lake effect snow. And for our area, the good news is no intense lake effect snow, at least for the time being. There's a lake effect band that'll move south into northern Herkimer County by Monday, but it's going to be hitting possibly inlet, but still avoiding most of our area. In fact, the big story for today, it's been a frigid one out there. I can tell you that.
It has.
when you go outside and your face starts freezing after 5 seconds, it's a pretty chilly day. In fact, current temperature right now, 11 degrees. Feels like a -3, and for the past 24 hours, it has not felt above zero, at least since 5 o'clock yesterday. So it's been a very frigid Christmas Eve for central New York. And taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar, we're tracking a weak disturbance pushing some light snow showers across the northern Oneida County up towards Boonville and Old Forge. Not expected to produce a lot of accumulation from this, but as you mentioned before, we're talking about this intense lake effect band out towards Buffalo, and it's going to be moving down towards the south within the next couple of hours, looking at measuring feet in snow out towards Buffalo. Just a heads up, too, we do have wind chill advisories in effect for the southern valleys for this evening. Now, most areas in the Mohawk Valley will not fall below 20 degrees below zero for tonight, but still, it's going to be another chilly night. And taking a look at our Santa tracker right now, Santa is currently in Africa, 4,000 miles away, in the forecast for tonight. Frigid temperatures yet again. He's bringing the Arctic air with him at 9 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And in fact, at this point right now, he is actually almost close to 4 billion gifts delivered. So
wow, that's an incredible number.
He's at work all day today.
I know. Hey, that's some pretty cool technology that we get to use this time of year.
Yeah, really cool.
So you folks at home, you may be wondering, well, how do we know where Santa's sleigh is? NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, runs the NORAD Track Santa service. That allows people to follow his Christmas journey through its NORADSanta.org website, social media channels, and mobile app. The good news for all the boys and girls in the United States, NORAD says the freezing temperatures and heavy snowfall that's disrupting the holiday travel through much of the country should not be a problem for St. Nick. Fire crews in Otsego County braved the sub-zero temperatures this morning to respond to 2 calls at once. First call came in at 7:36 this morning for a fire in a woodshed on Bridge Road.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. It's been a frigid Christmas Eve across central New York today, with temperatures barely getting into the double digits and wind chills remaining sub-zero for most parts of our area. Here's a live look outside our Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Things are looking quiet across central New York right now, aside from a few light snow showers moving through northern Utica County as well as northern Herkimer County. Here's a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, this is moving just towards the northeast right now, so most areas in the southern valleys and Mohawk Valley will remain dry for tonight as well as Christmas Day, and we are tracking a little bit warmer temperatures for tomorrow, but still another chilly night in store for us tonight. Skywatch is checking in the single digits across most parts of area. 2 degrees in Inlet and Curtis Corners, 6 in West Leiden, 9 in New Hartford, and 6 degrees in Clinton. Southern Valley's temperatures in the single digits as well. 5 in Cooperstown, 1 degree in Milford, 9 in Mohawk, 8 in Whitesboro and Cassville, and 3 degrees in Otsego. The wind chills tonight going to be below zero, not as chilly or frigid as last night, but still looking at wind chills sub-zero between 5 and 10 degrees below zero in the Mohawk Valley. Still, wind chill advisories are in effect for the southern valleys, as wind chills could get as low as a negative 10 to negative 15 degrees. So still another chilly night, but we do slightly warm up for Christmas Day. So our skycast for tonight, still frigid temperatures across the area with frigid wind chills. Along with that, keep an eye on some weak snow showers due to a weak disturbance moving over our area by tonight, seeing up towards Boonville as well as Inlet and some areas of the Tug Hill region. And by Christmas Day, still tracking partly sunny skies with there's no chance to see some snow showers in the North Country, especially north of Inlet. That lake effect snow band starts to move south by Christmas evening and into early Monday morning, bringing some heavy accumulation out towards Lewis County, even outside of our area, but still it could reach areas of Inlet. So for those of you in northern Herkimer County, we could be seeing some significant snowfall. Our snowfall map until Tuesday afternoon traced to 3 inches in those higher elevations, including Boonville, Old Forge, as well as areas possibly in Speculator as well. But a quick jump up from trace to 3 up to 30 inches or more of snowfall, especially in areas right across from Lake Ontario, and this will continue until Tuesday, and that band looks to stay north for now, but we will provide updates in case that band or any new information will cause the snow band to start moving south. So for tonight, cooling down into the single digits. Santa is arriving and bringing those frigid temperatures, and then tomorrow, Christmas Day, looking at temperatures in the 20s with still seeing partly sunny skies across the area. Our 7-day forecast, this Arctic temperature region does not last for long, warming up into the 30s and 40s by Thursday and Friday of next week. Ben?
Thank you very much, Eric. Coming up next, Taha's in at the sports station, the New York Giants. Thank you for joining us. Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. This Christmas Eve, millions are dealing with frigid temperatures as a severe winter storm continues to unleash treacherous conditions. At least 16 people have died from storm-related incidents. More than 1 million were without power as of Saturday morning. Meanwhile, thousands of flights have been canceled, and in many areas, officials are urging Americans to stay off the roads. Rick Damangella has the latest.
A dangerous and powerful winter storm is bringing snow, frigid temperatures, and bone-chilling air to millions of Americans this Christmas Eve. The winter storm is unleashing blizzard conditions in parts of the upper Midwest and Northeast, while areas in the South saw single-digit temps Saturday morning. So far, at least 16 people have died across 7 states, including New York.
It's a bone-chilling cold. It continues to be a problem. It compromises the safety of all individuals, particularly our vulnerable seniors. People are in their homes without heat in some places of our state. It's been a real challenge for us. So there is not one place in the state of New York where the temperature is above zero as far as the real field temperature.
As of Saturday morning, more than 1 million customers across the United States were without power, according to PowerOutage.us. Warming centers, along with the Salvation Army, are helping keep those in need of shelter off the streets.
We are maximizing our Red Shield. We had 371 people stay there last night, And we're encouraging everybody to stay in the building, even through today.
Also this Christmas Eve, thousands of Americans are stranded at airports hoping to make it to their holiday destinations. On Saturday, more than 2,200 flights were canceled nationwide and thousands delayed, according to FlightAware.
We had a flight that was supposed to leave out of here at 4 p.m. So we made sure we were here at 12, 4 hours early, and then it kept being delayed over and over again until 7:30, and then they told everybody to go home. It was canceled.
Right now, several cities are facing what's expected to be the coldest Christmas in decades. I'm Rick Damigella reporting.
Let's take a look at your forecast tonight at 11. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Ben. We are continuing to track where Santa is. Thank you to NORAD. And right now, Santa is currently located just over central New York right now. So he is now moving over generally most areas of the Northeast. Now, Santa doesn't arrive at your house unless you're asleep. So if you are still awake at this point, Santa is going to wait a little bit until you are asleep. And for now, the temperature's going to be on the chilly side for tonight, but along with that, some snow showers. Here's a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Still tracking some light snow showers in the North Country. That heavier lake effect snow band is still remaining north, and the newest information we have right now is that we'll still trend north, could reach the areas and inlet in northern Herkimer County, but for most of central New York, including the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys, we're going to be remaining dry, at least for the next several days. Looking at current temperatures right now in the lower teens to single digits, 12 degrees right now, feels like 0. It's going to be another frigid night, not as frigid as last night, but the good news is we're going to start warming up. Christmas Day warming up into the lower 20s to upper teens. Along with that, additional warm up is expected by the end of this week. A look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. That's some pretty cool technology we get to use this time of year. Now, you folks at home may be wondering just how do we know where Santa's sleigh is? NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, runs the NORAD Track Santa service, which allows people to follow his Christmas journey through its NORADSanta.org website, social media channels, and mobile app. The good news for all the boys and girls in the United States, NORAD says the freezing temperatures and heavy snowfall that's disrupting holiday travel in much of the country will not be a problem for St. Nick. Well, fire crews in Otsego County braved the sub-zero temperatures this morning, and they responded to 2 calls at once. The first call came in for...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening from all of us here, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We're looking at temperatures tonight still on the chilly and frigid side into the single digits and lower teens. By tomorrow, slightly warming up, not as chilly as today, but still looking at temperatures with wind chills tonight, even reaching at 15 to 25 degrees below 0, at least for some areas. This is a live look outside. Our Cabot Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Things are looking quiet and frigid across the Mohawk Valley. And here's a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're tracking a weak disturbance still pushing through the North Country and northern United County right now. The snowfall isn't expected to produce any severe issues with travel, any issues with overall accumulation, but for the most part, this will generally move across the area by tonight. Otherwise, areas in the southern valleys and Mohawk Valley, you're going to be looking dry at least for tonight, tomorrow, as well as Monday before additional snowfall moves through on Tuesday. Your Christmas forecast, temperatures in the upper teens to lower 20s, partly sunny skies. Unless you're in the North Country, you could be seeing some more clouds than sun tomorrow. Along with that, too, even some possible snow showers, especially even pretty significant snowfall higher up, especially up towards inlet. And for tonight, the bigger story is going to be wind chills. Now, for the Mohawk Valley, wind chills sub-zero, not too bad, with temperatures remaining in the single digits to lower teens for tonight. And for some areas, especially in higher elevations, could see wind chills nearing negative 10 to negative 15 degrees. So still frigid, not as frigid as last night, but you don't want to spend too much time outside with those gusty winds at least. So for tonight, temperatures remaining in the 10s to single digits. By 6 a.m. Christmas morning, Still tracking mostly cloudy skies, some snow showers north of the Mohawk Valley, especially way up towards outside of Lewis County, up above Inlet for right now. By noon, it's still tracking some partly sunny skies, especially in the Mohawk Valley. Still can see some lingering clouds in the southern valleys for tomorrow as well as tomorrow night. We're keeping on this lake effect snow band heading into Monday morning. That will drag south, and the current estimate right now is that snow band will reach as far south as possibly Boonville and then weaken and head back up north again. So Inlet, a lot of areas in Lewis County could see some additional snowfall, and right now our snowfall forecast hasn't changed much since 6 o'clock this morning, or 6 o'clock this evening. Trace to 3 inches of snowfall for most areas in the North Country right now, and a big jump up to even 30 inches of snowfall with a heavy lake effect snow band. And right now that looks to continue to remain north of most of us, but still the North Country could see some additional snowfall by Tuesday. So for tonight, temperatures falling into the single digits for outlying areas in the 10s for the Mohawk Valley with mostly cloudy skies. And our 7-day forecast, the chilly temperatures don't last too long. Looking at weak snow showers possible on Tuesday, warming up above freezing on Wednesday, even seeing some scattered showers and temperatures in the 50s by Friday and Saturday. Ben?
Thank you very much, Eric. Coming up next, Tall Hazen at the sports station, the New York Giants